This is a Beyond the Badge with Vincent Hill Quick Fix on Radio Influence.
Charleston, South Carolina. Michael Slager, Walter Scott. Michael Slager pulls him over. Traffic stop for brake light. You heard the brief audio. His story changed. Walter Scott's story changed about, oh, it's not my car. I just bought it. Oh, I don't have insurance because I hadn't bought it yet. Oh, I don't have my license. You know, the typical stuff that you would not hear from a normal law-abiding citizen. So if you go back, you watch the dash cam while Slager's in his patrol car, Michael Scott gets out and runs. Now, what's interesting, and when I first watched just the cell phone video, when I first watched that, I could see definitely how it looks like murder. And I don't know if I fully support the officer in this, but I wasn't there. So I definitely don't want to Monday morning quarterback it. But because what we first saw was, of course, the cell phone video that was shot by some black guy in Charleston. And of course, boom, it's murder. It's a white guy. It's a white officer. It's a black guy. He was running. He shot him. It's murder. Case solved. Boom. He's going to prison forever. Not so fast. Hung jury. Because the jury and the defense attorneys look at the totality of the evidence. They started with the traffic stop. And not only what you can see, but what you can't see, what you can hear. Because remember, this whole thing started, you can hear Slager tell dispatch, he went for my taser and I shot him. Now, of course, the cell phone video, you see Walter Scott running away, then he gets shot. Now, in the audio of the dash cam, because even though he's out of his car, audio still picks up because it's wired to a device on his uniform on purpose, right? Duh. So listen to the audio from the dash cam. I'm going to tase you. Taser, taser, taser. Bzzz. That's my taser impersonation. Bzzz. Taser, taser, taser. You hear a scuffle. They're scuffling. A few seconds later, there's shots fired. So, again, he's running away. He's a 50-year-old man. He's not a threat, right? Let's just say, for argument's sake, because one of Slager's attorneys, who happens to be black, by the way, one of his attorneys, imagine that. The defense team claimed that they have had evidence that Walter Scott did indeed touch the taser. Who knows? Maybe they had DNA evidence, right? So let's say they did, because I wasn't at the trial. I don't know what came out. And I'm sure in the transcripts it will come out eventually. But let's just picture this for a second. Because he was running away, right? Let's just say he did somehow get Slager's taser. Now, again, I'm not justifying Walter Scott being dead. At the end of the day, someone lost their dad, their son, their brother, their uncle. I get it. But again, I'm thinking openly. Let's just say he got this taser. Or let's just say that the defense put the thought, because you have to be convicted beyond a reasonable doubt, right? Let's just say the defense put that thought in the jury's head to say, this individual, Walter Scott, did indeed have the officer's taser. He did indeed pose a threat to the officer. He did indeed tase the officer, because I think that's one of the reports they had was that the officer was tased too, right? So follow me now. Now, is he no longer a person running from the police? Or now is he an imminent threat to that police officer? Well, he was running away, right? But let's say he did tase the officer, and let's say for whatever reason, he decided to turn back around and want to fight the officer. Oh, you don't think it'll happen? Bull crap. You don't think I've been in a fight in my police career? When I've even had a gun pulled on someone? You don't think it'll happen? Bull crap. So let's add those factors up. Taser, taser, taser. maybe that was the officer that got tased. Or maybe Walter Scott, after he got tased, because if you don't believe people can get tased and not feel it, I dare you to go watch some YouTube videos. I've seen it personally, but I dare you to go watch some YouTube videos. Let's say he got tased, didn't feel it. Struggles with the officer. The officer drops the taser. Walter Scott picks it up. Now, all of a sudden, the officer is at an imminent threat of bodily injury or even death. Because once you get tased by that thing, you drop to the ground. Most people do. But again, some people it has no effect on because they're high on PCP. They're high on whatever. It doesn't matter. Sometimes it doesn't work. So add those factors in and then add the doubt that the jury had.
Beyond the Badge with Vincent Hill can be found on iTunes, Stitcher, and RadioInfluence.com.